Okay. Hello. So we are the finance and analytics club. हमारे मेनली 4 समर प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं उससे algo trading, financial modeling, and data analytics and options. Presenting to Kush.
सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो मोड ऑफ विंटर प्रोजेक्ट्स होगा वो हमारे चारों प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए ऑनलाइन होगा एंड टाइम कमिटमेंट 5 to 6 hours पर वीक। मतलब अगर किसी को आइडिया नहीं हो तो 5 to 6 hours पर वीक मतलब बहुत ही नॉमिनल टाइम कमिटमेंट है, मतलब बहुत कम सा टाइम कमिटमेंट है, तो ऐसा कुछ बीटी नहीं होगी। एंड मतलब कोडिंग नॉलेज अगर मतलब ऐसा किसी को लगता हो कि मतलब मेरा कोडिंग नॉलेज थोड़ा कम है, मतलब थोड़ा कोडिंग में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, तो ऐसा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। कोडिंग नॉलेज मतलब नेक्स्ट टू जीरो रिक्वायर्ड है एंड डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द फील्ड्स की मतलब ठीक है, कुछ कुछ में तो एकदम ही जीरो है कि मतलब बिल्कुल भी कोडिंग काम ही नहीं आएगी, कुछ कुछ में थोड़ा बहुत आएगा तो मतलब वो सिखा दिया जाएगा। एंड एनक्यू इट्स अ मस्ट कि मतलब हाँ, तुम अभी तक तो जान ही गए होंगे कि मतलब कोई भी चीज कर रहे हो तो मतलब उसके लिए एनक्यू रखना ही पड़ेगा तुम्हें। हाँ, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज अक्षय। सो या दिस इज द फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट एल्गो ट्रेडिंग। एल्गो ट्रेडिंग में क्या कराया जाएगा, अगर तुमने मतलब ऐसे अभी एफएससी बूट कैंप हुआ था तो उसमें मतलब तुम्हें डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटजीज बताई होगी कि आरएसआई एमएससीडी ऐसे। तो अब वो ही मतलब ऐसा समझो कि एक अपन मैनुअल ट्रेडिंग करते हैं जिसमें अपन स्टॉक्स होता है, स्टॉक्स पे अपन एनालाइज करते हैं और फिर उसके अकॉर्डिंग अपन को मतलब अपना इंट्यूशन होता है हाँ इसको बाय करना चाहिए सेल करना चाहिए, उसके अकॉर्डिंग अपन बाय एंड सेल करते हैं। एंड अब व्हाट इफ ये सारी चीज एक कंप्यूटर करे कि कंप्यूटर को अपन फीड करें कि अगर ये कंडीशंस हो मतलब ये अगर कंडीशंस हिट हो तो तुम बाय कर देना अपने आप, और ये कंडीशंस हिट हो तो वो सेल कर देना। तो इन सबको स्ट्रेटेजीज बोलते हैं, अलग अलग स्ट्रेटेजीज होती है, आरएसआई होती है, एमएससीडी होती है, बहुत सा कॉम्प्लेक्स स्ट्रेटेजीज आती है। मतलब दिस इज समथिंग जो अभी इतना बेस लेवल से स्टार्ट होता है एंड ये ही चीज सेम चीज इंटर आईआईटी के पीएस तक जाता है, तो मतलब सेम चीज है। तो मतलब यही सब सिखा रहे होंगे, मतलब ये फर्स्ट मतलब ये तुम्हारा फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस होगा, तो सबसे पहले तुम इंट्रो टू पाइथन जैसे हमने बोला था कि कोडिंग लैंग्वेज मतलब कोडिंग का कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं होगा, तो मतलब पहले पाइथन से थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप करवाएंगे। एंड फिर वो स्ट्रैटेजी जैसे हमने बोला कि कोई भी अगर स्ट्रैटेजी अगर अपन लगा रहे तो सबके पीछे कुछ ना कुछ रीजन होता है, तो उसको रीजन से मतलब रीजनिंग अच्छे से देना एंड मतलब वो क्यों वर्क करेगी एंड कैसे वर्क करेगी, उसका मतलब कोडिंग असाइनमेंट्स वगैरह वगैरह होगा। और रिस्क मैनेजमेंट की अब मान लो कि तुमने कोई सा भी मतलब स्टॉक खरीदा, तो अब ऐसा ऐसा तो होगा नहीं कि बस बाय एंड सेल कर दिया, कभी एग्जिट भी करना होगा। मतलब अगर वो लॉस में जा रहा है मतलब तुम्हारे अकॉर्डिंग नहीं करा, तो रिस्क मैनेजमेंट उसके लिए स्टॉप लॉस एंड टेक प्रॉफिट उसके उसको कैसे कोड करना है और वो ऐसा क्यों लगाते हैं, उसके पीछे रीजनिंग क्या है वगैरह वगैरह, वो ये सब हम एल्गो ट्रेडिंग में समझा रहे हैं।
या हमारा सेकंड प्रोजेक्ट ऑप्शंस के ऊपर है। लाइक हम बेसिक से स्टार्ट करेंगे। सबसे पहले लाइक टर्म्स बताएंगे, जो बेसिक टर्म्स होते हैं कॉल ऑप्शन एंड पुट ऑप्शंस। उसके बाद लाइक हाउ टू बाय एंड हाउ टू सेल कॉल एंड पुट ऑप्शंस, एंड देन वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड टू लाइक ऑप्शन ग्रीक्स। यहाँ पे लाइक कुछ टर्म्स होते हैं जो कि लाइक ऑप्शन से बहुत यूजफुल होते हैं, लाइक डेल्टा, थीटा, गामा एंड वेगा। And then we will learn about Black-Scholes model. This model is used to estimate the price of derivatives, like by considering the some factors like time impact and risk factors. And in last, we will conclude by learning option strategies, which will mainly include spreads and straddles. In spreads, like we buy a option and simultaneously we sell another option, like we generate profit from that. And in straddles we generate profit by when the market either moves up or down. This was all in option.
सो थर्ड टॉपिक होगा डेटा एनालिटिक्स। बेसिकली डेटा एनालिटिक्स में हम स्टार्ट करेंगे अगेन विद पाइथन के बेसिक्स। तो स्टार्टिंग में कोई भी कोडिंग नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए, तो एकदम स्टार्टिंग से स्टार्ट होगा पाइथन से रिलेटेड जो भी उसकी लाइब्रेरीज होंगी, फिर हम उसमें मूव ऑन करेंगे लाइक numpy, pandas, matplotlib, जिनको हम यूज करते हैं। बेसिकली जो भी हमें कहते हैं डेटा होता है उसको एनालाइज करने के लिए, उसको इन्वेस्टिगेट करने के लिए हम उसमें से कुछ भी ट्रेंड्स ट्रेंड्स आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं, जो हमें फ्यूचर प्रेडिक्शंस लेने के लिए या फिर कुछ स्ट्रैटेजीज इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए या स्ट्रैटेजीज आगे क्या करना है वो उस चीज़ को देखने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं। सो बेसिकली पाइथन के बेसिक सीखने के बाद हम उस लैंग्वेज को लगाएंगे रियल टाइम डेटा पे और एक एक्सप्लेनेटरी डेटा एनालिसिस करेंगे जिससे हम बेसिकली इन्वेस्टिगेट कर सकते हैं कि जो भी मतलब एक मैक्रो व्यू ले सकते हैं डेटा का कि हमें कहते डेटा ये सब चीज़ें कहते इंडिकेट कर रहा है और वो भी हम पाइथन की लाइब्रेरीज ही यूज़ करेंगे जैसे numpy pandas एंड मैटप्लॉटलिब जैसा मैंने मेंशन किया देन उसके बाद हम फीचर इंजीनियरिंग करेंगे सो जो नेक्स्ट 2 टर्म्स है उसमें थोड़ी सी हैवी टर्म्स हो सकती है सो लाइक इसमें कुछ भी डरने की बात नहीं है वील स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दी वेरी बेसिक्स एंड देन वील मूव टू एडवांस थिंग्स सो बेसिकली कुछ भी एक कहते डेटा सेट पे हमें एक ओवरव्यू ऑफ अ डेटा सेट अगर मैं दूं तो बेसिकली उसमें बहुत सारे फीचर्स होंगे उसमें डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ डेटा मिल जाएगा अब उस हर डेटा को कैसे यूज करना है कैसे एनालाइज करना है मतलब अगर तुम एक फॉर्मूला मेक करते हो तो तुम उसमें ए प्लस बी माइनस सी करते हो तो वो ए बी और सी जो है डिफरेंट टाइप के हो सकते हैं तो उनको कैसे एक फॉर्म में लाना है ताकि हम उनसे कुछ इंसाइट्स जनरेट कर पाए और उसको यूज कर पाए कुछ अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी बनाने के लिए या फिर कुछ भी जो भी हमें कहते हैं एनालिसिस करना हो ट्रेंड्स का एंड देन लास्ट में हम एक्सप्लोर करेंगे कुछ मशीन लर्निंग मॉडल जैसे कि लीनियर रिग्रेशन होगा लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन होगा देन वी कैन मूव ऑन टू मोर एडवांस थिंग्स जैसे रैंडम फॉरेस्ट रिग्रेसर हो सकता है ये सब चीज़ें सो बेसिकली वील स्टार्ट फ्रॉम पाइथन बेसिक्स एंड देन हम उनको यूज करते हुए सीखेंगे कि कैसे एनालाइज करते हैं एक डेटा सेट को या फिर जो भी हमें डेटा दिया हुआ है उसको कैसे क्लीन करते हैं जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा है हमारे लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है उसको निकालेंगे एंड देन वील फीड इट टू मॉडल्स एंड गेट द प्रेडिक्शंस
सो बेसिकली हमारा फोर्थ प्रोजेक्ट होगा अराउंड फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग लाइक इसमें हम पहले बेसिक्स ऑफ सीखेंगे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स के बैलेंस शीट कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस स्टेटमेंट्स उनको एनालाइज देम टू गेट डिफरेंट रेशियोज एंड फाइनेंशियल्स ऑफ द कंपनी लाइक कंपनी की हेल्थ फाइनेंशियल फंडामेंटल हेल्थ का पता करना है और फिर हम डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लो एनालिसिस की तरफ जाएंगे उसको अंडरस्टैंडिंग द टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी प्रोजेक्ट फ्यूचर कैश फ्लो ऑफ द कंपनी और उससे उसकी वैल्यूएशन निकालना डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लो वैल्यूएशन ओके हम फिर हमारे प्रोजेक्ट के थर्ड पार्ट में मेजरली मर्जर्स एंड एक्विजिशंस होंगे कि कंपनी के दो मर्जर्स कैसे होते हैं दो टाइप की बेसिक मर्जर्स होंगे हॉरिजॉन्टल्स एंड वर्टिकल्स दोनों टाइप की डिस्कशंस होंगे कि हॉरिजॉन्टल मर्जर्स कैसे होते हैं वर्टिकल मर्जर्स कैसे होंगे उनमें क्या पेपर वर्क होता है क्या टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस होती है थैंक यू फाइनेंस क्लब की तरफ से यही 4 मेजरली प्रोजेक्ट्स है डू रजिस्टर फॉर देम
एंड किसी को कोई डाउट्स हो तो डू रीच आउट एनी सेकी थैंक यू
या
हेलो बच्चों होप मैं ऑडिबल होऊंगा आप सबको अच्छे से ठीक है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हैप्पी दिवाली इन बिलेटेड हैप्पी दिवाली होपफुली सबकी दिवाली अच्छी गई होगी सो वी आर द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स क्लब here's our presentation about the winter camp that we're gonna make we're gonna host for you and it's gonna be very fun it's gonna be very you're gonna have many new experiences you're gonna get to play with new Arduino boards new electronics new technologies and you also are going to make new things which would be of course very fun as you have seen hamari workshops mein we like to go hands on more than theory so isme bhi will be going more hands on you will have more experience to more experience on the code on the electronics on connecting things on building things so yeah next slide so going on to some technicalities of the camp uh, basically the duration we have decided is a 10-day workshop from 25th November to 5th December and you would have to dedicate around 3 to 5 hours of day and where you would learn new things you would make new things And of course, we have tried to make the lectures very interactive, and as theory becomes boring, as you have seen in your own lectures, MTH by 114 or anything you see. And also to make you experience, or to have you go through the frustration of building, debugging, and then making it work. We are going to have hands-on workshop for each domain we have decided. For every topic you're going to learn, you're going to do something practical. You're going to see something practical for it. The next slide. And finally, yeah, we forgot to add prerequisites because we do not have any. Just come with your just come with your enthusiasm as much you can. Come with the come with the energy of learning. Come with the energy of experimenting. To give you an idea, these are the topics we're going to cover in the workshop, and then finally we're going to make a project which is a surprise for you, for all of you guys. And it would be a mega collection of all these domains. As you can read this, like digital electronics, machine learning, computer vision, IoT, communication protocols, FPGA, signal processing, and all. And it will be a very productive use of the 10 days of those holidays. And yeah, you will also get to meet new friends, learn from Sekis, Coddies, and also make new memories about your first winter vacation. Yeah, on to Ayush to explain you the.
Thank you, Soham. So now I'll tell you about the details of a few domains. So first, we'll be covering the basics of electronics, where we'll teach you various components and how to implement circuits before PCB designing and using simple microcontrollers and coding them using IDEs. And like the learning outcomes would be like proficiently handling electronic components. And for implementation, we'll use soldering systems and ICs practically to show you how these work in real life and what are the basic use cases for them. For PCB designing, we'll teach you basics of PCB designing, schematic generation, and component placing, and also the PCB manufacturing and its nuisances. So basically, we'll be using Altium, which is like a software which will come to which will be a lot of use for you when you like go take up further higher courses. And like for the project, we'll be implementing a basic PCB relay, and also we will be open for ideas because PCB designing is a very large domain. So any PCB which you feel like you should be designing for some particular project or for some particular circuit, you can always recommend to us, because the camp always we will improve and ask you questions about what you'll be learning, what you want to learn. So like this is one of the things we keep, that we keep it open ended for you all. The next topic would be IoT, where we'll be learning the fundamentals of IoT, sensors, and integration. We'll also have signal transmission techniques and IoT shields. As you know, like everyone is lazy these days, right? Like everything you want should be on, like you want to do anything, you want it to be on your phone or just like sitting on your sofa or bed or anything. So IoT is one of the major domains where through which you can do all of this, be it using any electronic devices, calling cabs or anything. So IoT and like communication protocols are some of the things which you use every day in your life. For the project, we'll be building a full-fledged IoT system for a use case, probably like traffic detection or something. We'll disclose the details to you obviously during the workshop again, and we will be open for ideas from you too. If you have some crazy idea, we could take that up also. The next domain would be FPGA and Verilog, where you'll be taught about like intro to hardware description language, and Verilog, which is like a very old language, and there's a lot to learn in them. A lot of time, it takes up a lot of time, and it'll be very fun. We'll also have implementation of combinational and sequential circuits in Verilog, and simulation of digital circuits. For a project, we'll be designing and coding a circuit for an alarm clock. It's like a very interesting project, and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. In CV, you'll be learning the fundamentals of SP, particularly image processing, and we will have a complete overview of OpenCV too. There are a lot of things which you can learn in MLCV domain. We will teach you like a lot of things like object detection, green screen, and everything. And if you want, like we could go into greater details also, like GANs and all, if you feel interested in the domain. And for implementation, we would be implementing a tennis ball detection model and a vehicle counting model during the workshop. For learning outcomes, you'll have a very good idea of how OpenCV works, what are the techniques of computer vision, pattern recognition. We will also try to incorporate a lot of theory, because CV is a very theory based uh, domain, so we will try to show that to you also. Now I'll give it over to Soham again to tell about the rest of the domains.
Yeah. So now coming to communication protocols, as you know, internet has been on the boom since 90s, and you cannot live without the internet as such. So, and to learn about electronics, or to use electronics as in IoT or different other domains, you use communication protocols in basics are some protocols designed by humans to know that yes, this is the end of my message am I sending, or this is the way I identify, yes, this is this is Soham, this is Ayush, this is the SNT club, or this is IT, he's in IT Kanpur, he's in Bombay, New York, or somewhere else. So these protocols help to communicate more easily and more efficiently, and also to make you learn about these protocols. We will be making small amplets, or we'll be using IoT to implement some protocols so you get a better idea of it. And coming to the next domain. And of course, yes, as you know, now you would have seen Neuralink of Elon Musk company Neuralink, how it's reading brain waves to implement things like how it's training reading monkeys brain waves as he plays a game, and he then they reward and do stuff. So simply that is the basic to it is signal processing. Basically, as we know, our nervous system produces electromagnetic signals to our neurons. So using that, we can do many more things, and also not only in our body, but also as you see around yourself, the microphone that I'm using, the voice you would be hearing as it's going through a Google Meet, then a YouTube live. So all the processing that is done in the between to all these signals, to voice signals, to EEG signals, to any other signals that you can say, even light as is a signal, if you consider it. So all this comes under signal processing. You will be learning the basics of it. You will be implementing a very interesting project about predicting guitar chords and then using it as game inputs. You could have seen reels of people playing guitar and then playing Elden Ring or Dark Souls, which is a very difficult game, right? So, and then they completing it using very normal build or anything like that. So you could also do that. It's not very difficult. We'll be teaching you to how to do it, how to predict chords, and then how you can implement it on the game, and you can just play a game using guitar if you know guitar well. So yeah, these are all the interesting domains we will be presenting. And finally, in the last 2 or 3 days, we'll be compiling all this knowledge to make a project which will have application of all these domains. And to give you a hint, have you played laser tag? It is a project related to that, and it will be uh, of course it's cool, we make cool projects, but also it will be a very good learning experience, enriching experience for you to build a project using all these domains and see that how even real life systems are made of these different domains. So yeah, that's the end of the presentation from Electronics Club. Let's meet at the camp and have more fun. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And if you have any doubts, do not hesitate to message any of the secretaries. We are always open to answering your doubts. Thank you so much.
So hello guys, we are the IITK Consulting Group, ICG. So for this winter camp, we have four projects for you guys, and two of them will be in the consulting domain, and two of them will be from the DS and ML domain. Right. So first of these project will be purely consulting based. That is Credit Catalyst. And in this project, what will basically this will be a 10 days project purely based on consulting, where we try to understand the macroeconomic factors affecting the credit landscape of India and the recent developments that have been happening in the field. Next slide, please. So basically, this project we have divided into four segments. First of them will try to understand how the financial system, especially concerned with the credit, works in India, and why is it important in an economy. We'll also go through the basic important financial terminologies and concepts to provide you guys with a strong fundamental uh, foundation for microeconomics and finance. In the second part, we'll try to identify the gaps that are there in the credit sector in India, especially in the MSME segments. This project will mostly be concerned with the MSME segment and the credit demand that are in that sector. Thirdly, we'll go through the fintech sector in India, and as we know, India has a very booming fintech innovation hub, and we'll try to see how the fintech segment is trying to augment that credit gap and trying to help the Indian economy by doing so. So, in the process, we'll try to incorporate as many consulting frameworks as we can to provide you guys with a brief, with a concrete foundation to the field that is consulting. And the fourth part of the project will be basically the culmination of all the things that we've learned through the three parts. We'll try to create a final report of from whatever we have learned. Like we learned finance, we learned macroeconomics, and we'll learn consulting framework. We'll try to execute the frameworks with the all the information that we've learned in a wholesome project, which will be the end goal of the project also. So, right, this will be a moderately extensive project. It will be 10 days long, as I've told you already, and it will not take more than 3 hours per day. Uh, the prerequisite for this is only your enthusiasm to learn more, and I hope you guys have fun. The three mentors for you are Nikhil, me, Aryan, and Aryan Agrawal. So yeah, that's it. Over to Shubh for the next one.
So, hi guys. Me, myself, Shubh, along with my fellow mentors Shubham and Vaishali, present to you the next project of ICG, reviving Campacola, relaunching India's iconic drink. So, you guys might have seen stalls and banners of Campacola in Antrakni and Urj this year. So, if you think from a consulting point of view, you might be thinking that it might be some new soft drink brand trying to market its product in the Indian market. But if you have seen some old indie movies or TV shows, you will be knowing that it's not a new brand, rather, it was the most popular soft drink brand back when our parents were students. But due to some foreign interventions, westernization, and some internal issues, Campa Cola lost its popularity by the 1990s. But interestingly, Reliance has acquired Campa Cola and is planning to relaunch it into the Indian market. So, in this project, we will be analyzing and forming a feasible market entry strategy for Campa Cola to relaunch itself into the Indian market. Now, Shubham will follow on and explain the flow of the project.
Okay, so hi everyone. I hope I'm audible. Coming to the flow of the project, we'll be starting with teaching you the basic consulting frameworks like SWOT analysis, PEST analysis, and MISI frameworks, which will help us analyze the current players of the market and build a strong background for you to move further with the whole market entry PS. And after that, we'll come to the analysis of Campa Cola, which includes the historical analysis. After that, coming to the whole causes of its downfall, and then we'll be doing a competitive analysis of the current market players in the soft drink industry to devise a plan for the market entry of Campa Cola in today's Indian market. So Now coming to the logistics of it, this is a 8-day long project with a very moderate time commitment of 3 to 4 hours per day, and prerequisite, as you might have already guessed, are basically none, just simple Google and research skills along with willingness to learn, or as you might have heard it several times, enthu. And next slide, these are the three mentors that are part of it, which is me, Kumar Shubham, along with two other fellow mentors, Shubh Tandon and Vaishali Kamath. If you have any doubts, do reach out to us. Thank you.
So hello guys. In the DS domain, we'll be covering pixel persona, decoding faces with RNN. So in this project, basically, our motto is to basically our end product is basically to make a model that will help us doing face detection, and further we'll classify the gender with it, and if time permits, we'll also discover about age detection. Next slide. Yes. So let us go through all the fun stuff that I'll be covering and discovering through this project. First of all, we'll learn about Python and its basic, and all the things, all the libraries, important libraries that help us to build a complex model like this. After that, we'll be learning about computer vision. So we'll require a lot of basics and a bit more than basic of image processing that will cover Gaussian filtering, detection, boundary detection, etc. And after that, we'll come to the main stuff, that is the architecture of the project, that will cover CNN, convolution neural networks. And after, we'll deploy the model and also explore all the matrices and evaluation process that are attached to it. And of course, this project give us the chance to explore all the world data sets that will be feeding into the model. Yes. So yes, this project is basically doesn't require more than 2 to 3 hours per day, and we'll also be giving out fun assignments with it. It will be max to max, I think, 10 to 12 days. And yes, the prereq. There's no prereq for the project, nothing. It is just a willingness to learn and keep up with the pace. That's it. Uh, yes. So the mentors for these projects will be Joel Bansal, Naveen, and myself, Manan Jindal. Please do contact us if you have any doubts. And thank you.
Hello guys, so the next project is AI Foundations, and it is based on computer vision and its usage in image recognition. So the final aim of the project would be to develop a model using CNN and computer vision that which will recognize sign language. Next slide. So the key features. So the project is divided into 4 parts. Firstly, the mentees will be learning about Python libraries and like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, which will help in data science activities. After that, the mentees will learn about ML algorithms and the math behind them, which enables that machine learning algorithm. After that, the mentees will be learning about convolutional neural networks and neural networks and its applications in computer vision domain. So after that, you guys will be equipped with all of the knowledge required to build the final task, which is the sign language recognition model. Next slide. The logistics of the project are that the duration will be around 7 to 10 days, depending on the mentees. And this is a bit of a heavy project, so the workload will be around 4 hours per day. There are no prerequisites. We will teach you everything, just the willingness to learn. Next slide. The mentors of this project are Shlok Jain, me, Dhruv, and Amir. So contact us for any doubts. Thank you. This is all from our side.
So, hello everyone. We are the Game Development Club of IIT Kanpur, Studio Centauri. So, we basically make games. And making games does not just involve doing coding, but it also involves a lot of other fields, such as game design, art, level designing, game programming, game logic, and many other. So, to make your winters productive, we, the Game Development Club, are offering winter projects. You can familiarize yourself with a new field of development. The projects that we are offering would be Fleetfire. That will be a multiplayer FPS game. Campcraft. In this, हम लोग OpenCV use करके Unity में we will be making a game and controlling our character or basically doing movement according to the computer vision that we are capturing. Visuals and vibe. This one will include the game art and sound concept, like how the game art is made and how sound is designed for games. GenP, procedural generation. In this, we will be learning about procedural generation and how the landscapes are generated and how the terrain in the game is generated. Coming on to Fleetfire. So Fleetfire में हम लोग basically multiplayer FPS game बनाने वाले हैं Unity use करके. So like some images like क्या expect कर सकते हो तुम लोग. तो basically the project you will learn about Unity. पहले तो Unity और उसके जो भी basic components होते हैं, how the workflow is and like how तुम game objects बनाते हो, Unity कैसे काम करता है, उसमें scripting कैसे काम करती है. After that you will learn about netcode कि तुम कैसे multiplayer game बनाते हो and like how netcode actually works कि तुम ऐसा server से object spawn कर रहे हो and all that. In this project, you will be like proficient in Unity after this project, and you'll also learn about netcode कि netcode like multiplayer कैसे Unity में काम करने वाला है. Alongside this, तुम लोग networking concepts भी सीखने वाले हो, like कैसे तुम्हारा जो game है वो client authoritative है या server authoritative है, right? And how that affects the security of the game, like if क्लाइंट अथॉरिटेटिव है तो क्या ड्रॉबैक्स हैं एंड अगर सर्वर अथॉरिटेटिव है तो क्या उसको बेनिफिट है एंड लाइक क्या डिसएडवांटेज है. Programming language that you will be using will be C#, that is, and you will also learn a bit about game design and Git and GitHub. The time commitment for this project will be 12 to 15 hours a week, and this project will be 2 weeks long. And coming on to prereqs, there is no prereq. You just need Enthu and to learn something new. And believe me, playing your own game after you make it, a multiplayer game that you will make with your friends, would be a lot more fun. So I hope to see you in large numbers.
So now moving on to our second winter project, Campcraft. This project is all about bringing Unity and OpenCV together to create interactive games. Next slide. प्रोजेक्ट के एंड में हम कुछ ऐसा गेम बनाएंगे. ये फ्लैपी बर्ड का इंस्टाग्राम फिल्टर था और इसका पुशअप चैलेंज काफी पॉपुलर हुआ था. और इसके साथ साथ हम लोग OpenCV की काफी कंसेप्ट भी सीखेंगे, जैसे यहाँ पे इमेज में दिया है. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Through this hands-on project, we will be working with Unity and OpenCV library, जो Python में एक library है computer vision task करने के लिए, to implement object detection and tracking, और इस tracking data को हम game environment में implement करेंगे. The key takeaways of this project है कि the key takeaway of the project is the key takeaway of the project includes proficiency in Unity. We'll gain a hands-on experience in OpenCV. और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट हम यूनिटी और पाइथन को इंटीग्रेट करना सीखेंगे ताकि हम लोग आगे भी स्मार्ट गेम्स बना सकें. लाइक पाइथन में काफी ML मॉडल्स को इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं यूनिटी के अंदर. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. और प्रोजेक्ट का टाइम कमिटमेंट सिर्फ 12 to 15 आवर्स पर वीक है. और प्रीरेक्स में बेसिक प्रोग्रामिंग नॉलेज रिकमेंडेड है, बट उससे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है तुम्हारा Enthu. अगर तुमने ये सब चीजें पहले से ट्राई नहीं भी किया होगा तो उसकी BD लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. तुम प्रोजेक्ट के ड्यूरेशन में ये सब चीजें सीख जाओगे. और इनके साथ मैंने डाउट सब लोग GDC का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर लेना और वहां डाउट पूछ सकते हो.
Hmm.
Hi everyone, I'm excited to tell you about Game Art project. In this project, we will create 2D, 3D assets and sounds for games. So we will use Photoshop and Illustrator for 2D assets and background design, and for 3D assets we will be using Blender. Plus, we will add sound and music effects using FL Studio. The time commitment for this project is 12 to 15 hours per week, and there is no prior experience needed. Just bring your creativity. Uh, so this project has something for you. Join us and let's build an amazing game world together. Thank you.
So the fourth project that GDC is offering is GenP, which is basically procedural generation, and we'll see how we can implement procedural generation in Unity. So these are a few examples of terrains that have been procedurally generated in Unity. So by the end of this project, you'll be able to create these terrains simply by using code without having to manually design or draw any of this. Procedure generation is basically a method to automatically create large amounts of content without having to manually create every detail. So if you played games like Minecraft or No Man's Sky, you would have noticed that the worlds, the landscapes, or sometimes even the gameplay challenges are generated dynamically. In these games, instead of a designer placing every block or creating every mountain, the algorithm itself generates the landscapes based on certain rules and parameters. So this creates an interesting, unique game experience each time you play, which wouldn't be possible if you're just using a manual design for the game design. So in this particular project, we will first learn the basics of Unity. We'll then learn how to implement the procedural generation in Unity. We also look at Git and GitHub and how to use it, which will help you in your future projects as well. Next slide. So this project will be completely in the online mode. The time requirement is 12 to 15 hours a week. And the prerequisite is just basic programming language. If you know the syntax of C and C++, that is more than enough. So this is a short video that will explain how procedural generation works. So I think there's some problem with the audio, but we'll share the slides as well and you can watch the video later. You can contact us on any of these links and scan the QR code as well. And that is it from Game Dev Club. We hope to see you in large numbers for the winter time. Thank you.
So, Bacho, all the projects that will be offered in the game dev are online. Like you can do it from your home. सो कोई बीटी नहीं है, आप घर से अपना प्रोजेक्ट कर सकते हो, तो काफ़ी चिल रहेगा।